and welcome to our very first meeting of the fall semester, 2025-2026 school year. Thank you, absolutely. That's the hype I want to see. So, thank you all for coming all the way out here to this random corner of campus, the Live Oak Ballroom. Hopefully you found it okay. Honestly, that's part of the reason why we're pushing it 10 minutes, because our VP is still finding his way here. So, I'm glad you guys found it. And yeah, I'm really excited to kick off this meeting, tell you all about NightHacks, all about the amazing things that we do, how we can help support you all here as the technologist community of UCF, and overall just have a great time. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So just the agenda and objectives for today to get an idea of what we're going to go through. First of all, we're going to kind of info dump on all of you guys. We're going to talk to you about what NightHacks is, our mission, our different programs, our services, you might say. What do we actually do? From there, we're going to talk a little bit more about how you can find your place with all of our programs. How can you get involved, learn all of these amazing things, get involved with all these cool technologies with us, and how we can support you. Then we're going to talk about the hackathon. So for the first two, we're going to be talking about NightHacks, the organization, the RSO, our year-round organization. But number three, we're going to be diving into all things hackathon. If you don't know what that is, your mind's about to be blown in about 30 minutes, but it's going to be a really good time. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and have partial proceeds at Blaze Pizza about 5-7 minutes from here, right after that. So we'll look forward to hanging out with you all there. So to get started, Section 1, welcome to NightHacks. Again, thank you all for coming. I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. The rest of the e-board will introduce themselves as they come up and talk, but my name is Dylan. I'm the president of the organization. I'm a third year here at UCF studying computer science.
Hey, he made it!
Hey, he made it. Round of applause for Leonard! All right. You'll hear from more from Leonard in a little bit, but yeah, I'm a third year here at UCF. I've been president. This is my second term now, so just doing my second year. And yeah, I love all things tech, specifically tackling imposter syndrome, which is going to come up in our organization's mission, but that's something super important to me, so I'm really happy to be here, happy to give you guys my time, and yeah, so let's jump right in. So to talk a little bit about who we are and why we do what we do, what is NightHacks? We are actually a nonprofit that was founded almost 10 years ago in 2015, so we're approaching our 10-year anniversary, which is super exciting for us. Yes, round of applause for that too. Yeah. And so we were founded almost 10 years ago with a bit of frustration in our hearts, and that was the fact that, to put it simply, raise your hand if you're a junior or a senior. Let's get some surveying going on. Okay, a good amount. And so I feel like you guys might agree with the fact that, unfortunately, the way computer science degrees are shaped, a lot of the times the industries that you're trying to end up in, the curriculum does not support you in doing that in the way that you might expect. There are a lot of skills that you don't know, that you're expected to know, either to land the job or excel once you get to the job, right? To succeed, to impress the people that you're working with and get back in that company upon graduation. And that's a really big disservice, and that sucks. But that's the sole reason why we came to existence, right? We want to, and verbatim, this is our mission, the first mission, to bridge the gap between the classroom and the industry. And so we do that in a lot of really cool ways that we'll talk about in a bit. But underpinning everything that we do, that is our motivation, right? We want to bridge that gap. And the other good benefit of that is I saw that there were a lot of hands that were down when I asked junior or senior. And you might be thinking, okay, I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, right? Do I know enough? Can I get started now? And the beauty of the fact that the curriculum doesn't teach us some things is that there's no such thing as, oh, I haven't taken CS1 yet. Oh, I haven't taken CS2 yet. Oh, I haven't taken this class, or I haven't taken that class. There's no such thing as too early when it comes to these type of things, to getting into this industry. And so no matter where you're at, no matter who you are, no matter what you already know, it's never too late to get started. This is a great place to be, right? And so that's what we're aiming to do, is bridge that gap. The other one, segueing from that last thing, that feeling of doubt that you have in your ability and what you know, that is a term called imposter syndrome, and that's something else that more recently we've been focused a lot more on fixing. And so we'll talk a little bit more about how our programs can help you overcome that feeling. But once you do overcome that imposter syndrome, that feeling of, I don't know enough, I don't think I'm able to do this, you will excel in ways that will far surprise you. And so we'll talk a little bit about how that's our second mission. And then last but not least, we want to build a community. Going through this alone is not easy. There's a lot of things you have to do. It's a very uphill battle, and it's very helpful to have people alongside you. And so we want to build that place for you all a community of technologists here at UCF and even the entirety of Florida, right? And so that is the underpinnings. That's our big 3 goals as Nighthacks. And so talking about fostering community, our third mission, we're going to want to do a little bit of that right now. We're actually going to have an icebreaker, and I did not expect the room to be this full. So I asked all of you that are standing, maybe try to like hover your way through a table, but we're going to be handing out actually some bingo cards. And the way this is going to work is, we're not actually playing bingo. The way this is going to work is, each tile on the bingo card corresponds to a character trait. And we want you all to play bingo. So it's going to say, I don't know, we're performative Lily, likes matcha. And if someone at your table, someone at your banquet table likes matcha, you have the authority to X that off. And we're going to play until someone gets bingo. So I got Adrian, I got Danny over there, I got Daniel. They're all handing out bingo cards and markers. So we're going to give it about 15 minutes. I want you guys to get to know each other. This will be important for the latter half of the meeting. Get to know your table, okay? We'll give you time for that now. Thank you. You got bingo. Okay, nice. Now I'm going to tell you what your prize is. It's friendship. You all got to know each other. Y'all made friends. Yeah, round of applause. Yeah, woo! Fostering community. All right, now that y'all are, a little warm, you're yelling, you're talking, you're in the mood. Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking Nighthacks. So, you guys learned a little bit about each other, a little bit about the people at your table. Now it's time to learn a little bit about us. Who are we? We are actually a pretty big team of over 40 people here making all of this stuff happen, all of these amazing things we're about to talk about. If you are a part of the Nighthacks team, I know there's some standing in the back on a table. Could you stand up? Yeah, okay. All right, we got, round of applause. We got a good amount of people in here today. Cool. So yeah, we have a lot of people working behind the scenes to make all of these things happen, and now you might be asking, okay, what are these things? Let's go ahead and talk about that now. Oh, I totally skipped a slide. Take that back. Where are we going to take you? I got a little spoiler there. All of the people here in this club that are hardworking, that show up and really get a part of this community, see really, really great success, and we do a lot of really, really great things. And so just to highlight some of the members in our community, either on our team or off, part of the 450, 500 annually recurring members that we have, we go all over. So just take a brief pause. You can go ahead and look. These are some of our sponsors. These are places we've sent interns, full-timers. These companies know our name. And so definitely a really cool feeling, and we're really excited to help bring you all to some of these really, really impactful and profound places. Now the question is, okay, how do we take you there? Well, we're here to talk about now about the club. We have 4 main type of programs that are going to be operating in the fall semester. That's going to be our workshop series, our mentorship program, our hackathon coming up in October, and a lot of our different socials. So now I'm going to hand it off to our VP, Leo, and he's going to go ahead and talk a little bit more about that.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I know I got here late, but is my microphone on? Yes. Okay, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, my name is Leonard. I'm the Vice President of Nighthacks here. If you ever want to yap about tech, play ping pong, hit the gym, I'm the right guy. You know where to find me. And, I make programming videos on YouTube, so that's a fun fact about myself. If you want, come up after the GBM, ask me about it. So, yeah, that's me, and can't wait to meet you all. But let me get right into it, talk about workshops, mentorship, all the stuff that we have going on in the club. So first off, workshops, you can see right here. We have these workshops happening around every week whenever you get rooms. I'm not sure if we have rooms right now. Do we? Soon. To be announced. But, usually last semester we had 2 workshops happening every week. And these workshops range from being like Hello World introductory workshops that just let you learn something completely from scratch, no experience required. Tech exploration, just new tech that is coming out, things that help you learn in general. Class support, sponsorship, all this other stuff. Just general information that is useful throughout your career and throughout class that'll help you keep moving forward. And highly recommend attending at least one. Then we have mentorship, Kickstart. Can I have a raise of hands for everyone planning to go into mentorship? Be a mentor, be a mentee? Anybody? Yo, I better see more hands after my speech. Oh my God. Yo, after I describe what this is, everyone here is gonna want to be part of Kickstart. Whoa. Yeah. So if you all don't know what Kickstart is, what mentorship is, is we have a bunch of mentors that signed up for specific tasks, specific skills, and are ready to mentor you, help you become a better developer, help you advance through classes, help you build projects, and help you find internships. If that sounds interesting to you, then right off the bat, you should be a part of the mentorship program, right? If you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, you should probably be a part of the mentorship program. If you want to make friends, genuinely, probably the best entry into this club that you could get is the mentorship program. So many things, and if I haven't mentioned already, is there. The only event that's probably bigger than mentorship is our hackathon, which Adrian will talk about later. So, I think I already mentioned all this. But our mentee applications are now open starting today. So the link will be up on the slide, on the next slide just shortly. And if you don't have your phones out now, I recommend you take them out so you can scan that QR code and apply immediately. Just a fair warning, you do have to be a dues-paying member to be a part of the mentorship program, but you can apply. Oh, they're going to talk about it? Okay, I got it. So here we have our QR codes. If you want to be a mentor, scan the QR code for mentor. And if you want to be mentored by somebody, scan the QR code for mentee. And let me get another raise of hands for how many people are planning to sign up, if I haven't convinced you all already. Okay, come on. Clap once, clap twice. All right, nice. Let's go next. Everyone got the QR code already? Happens for club. What happens to our club and different operations and discussions that we have for the club's future, essentially. If you want to be a part of making what NightHacks is today and the future of NightHacks, then I highly recommend showing up. And it's pretty tight-knit. I don't think much people show up. So if you show up, I think you'll get to know a lot of people that are pretty active in the club. But maybe after I said that, we'll have a lot more people. So next, we have our collaborations that we do with plenty of clubs. Can I get a shout-out from anybody that's here? Girls Who Code? Anybody? AI ETF?
Maybe?
Okay. IEEE? Yeah! Let's go. Okay. ACM? Yeah. He's both. Game Dev Nights? Let's go! Nice. SACE? Oh. One person. Okay, nice. All right, I'm going to hand it off to Daniel to talk about whatever we're talking about next. All right. Good to meet you all. If you want, come up to me later after the GBM. What's up?
All right, guys. So my name is Daniel. I am a junior here at UCF, and I'm studying CS as well. I was actually in your guys' shoes just a year ago, and I've climbed all the way here, so I can relate to pretty much anyone as to just how, maybe new this is all to you. But yeah, I'm going to be going over the actual just how to get involved section about our club. And the first thing I want to go over is just our weekly schedule in general. So to go over a little bit about all these events, which kind of Leo mentioned already. So Mondays from 6 to 7 p.m. we do have our operations meetings, which as he already described is pretty much just what we talk about internally, how we're going to set everything up, whether that's what socials we're going to do, what workshops, just our theme for our next hackathon. That's pretty much all talked about in our operations meeting. And pretty much all of the inner people in the club do go there, as Leo said. So if you want to get to meet us, and I also host these. So if you guys want to come out, it does tend to be pretty fun. As far as workshops go, they're on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. As far as workshops, personally, from my experience, I love going to the workshops with actually interested me. So there's just some things that for example, I don't really like cloud infra. So I wouldn't go to a cloud infra workshop. But if you guys want to go to all of them, because we do have a little incentive that I'm going to talk about in a little bit, you guys are free to do that. But in my experience, I would just go to the ones that went over stuff that I liked. The Forge is actually, which is our Thursday events from 5 to 6:30, are actually a new program that we're implementing, which is just basically going to be lab hours and just somewhere where you can come and just ask us questions and just seek for help about pretty much anything. We'll probably have a few people that are there all times, just switching out. And then on Fridays is our actual Kickstart event. I don't know why it says 3 to 6:30. I promise it won't be that long. But yeah, we do our Kickstart meetings weekly on Fridays. And one last thing I did want to mention, on Thursdays, we do have our GBMs every last Thursday of the month. So you will expect one of these. Today was the only off flyer because obviously it's kind of hard to get rooms right now. But every other GBM starting from now will be on Thursdays. And next thing that I want to talk about is staying aware of the future events. So if you guys just want to stay involved just in general with the club, you can enroll to our reminders role on our Discord server, which there should be a QR for it, but I'll share it later. We also have our Instagram, which we post pretty much every single event and just a general amount of stuff in there. We also have our NIHACS calendar on our Linktree. So if you want to do that, you can link it to your actual like phone or your Google Calendar, and you'll get reminders about pretty much anything as far as our events. And last but not least, just share with your friends and honestly just come out. I've met a lot of people here, and these are pretty much like my closest friends now. And we pretty much just go to all these things together, even when I was just like a member, just like you guys are now. Next thing I wanted to go over is our actual personal application known as Blade. So Blade was developed by our development team, which that guy right there leads. His name's Lewin. So Blade is just our internal app, which pretty much we made to handle everything, because there's just some things that are too hard through other applications. Just like, for example, through Blade, you can actually sign up for our club. You can pay for your dues. You can apply to our hackathon. You can check into all of our events, which we will do at the end of this GBM. If you guys want, oh yeah. You also enter our database that sponsors look into when you put your resume. We also do have a new feature on Blade for when you guys do check in later today, which connects to your actual Apple and Google Wallet. So you guys can pull up your personal QR code there. And there is one more thing on Blade, which is feedback on actual events, but I will go over that right now. So we do have two more things regarding Blade, which are NIHACS points and NIHACS feedback, which is just feedback for our events. So we have a point system which is implemented through Blade, which pretty much you get points for attending different events and also for leaving feedback on events. So like as you can see here, we have more points if you come to our sponsor event or a GBM or a social. And pretty much what these points net you is entries to our end of year raffle. So last year we held a raffle at the end of the spring semester, in which the person, well, not necessarily the person with the most points, but the more events that you come to, it gives you one entry. So like for example, I think the top person last year had about 800 points. I don't remember if he won or not, but pretty much the most amount of people, and we want to kind of upscale it. So we might give out some more rewards as well. But definitely come out to our events and fill out the feedback as well. It helps us out a lot, and it also nets you more points. And next, I think that is Adrian's job. So that was it for me, guys.
Hey everyone, nice to meet you guys. My name is Adrian. I am the treasurer of NIHACS, and similar to Daniel, I started getting into the club about a year ago, and I started as a hackathon organizer and then became treasurer. So it's been a great experience, and you might think it's a little bit difficult to get in positions like these, but just being active in the club is definitely the best way to do it, and you guys are in the right spot. So I just want to give a hand of applause for you guys for just being in this room. Thank you guys for coming out. And yeah. So NIHACS has a due cost of $25 per year, and I do want to talk about that $25 cost because absolutely everything in this club is free except two things: our projects program in the spring and then our Kickstart mentorship program in the fall. I really encourage everyone in this room to apply to Kickstart. I know that we already had the applications and everything before, but Kickstart is going to be definitely the best way to go. I can tell you guys that absolutely most of the people that were in Kickstart received an internship, and I know you guys are in here because unfortunately the market is pretty rough. It's really tough to get a job, and we're going to prepare you for the things that you guys need to be successful in the job market. So definitely look out for it. Right over here we have the link, and with that it's just $25 per year. As well, it gives you access to election rights coming up later in the spring semester. As well, we do have our travel hackathon opportunities, which we had our first large travel hackathon where we took 25 members of the club to Big Camp, which is the University of Maryland, where NIHACS actually had a really good sweep. Out of 7 teams, 6 of those teams won, and we had an absolute blast going. And that's an opportunity that I want all of you guys to be able to have. And being able to be a part of a dues-paying member gives us the opportunity to host events like that. As well, there is the shirts that we're going to have later in spring semester. The shirt that I'm currently wearing right now was the past shirt that we actually had for those $25. And we're going to be making new shirts in the spring semester. So I definitely encourage you guys to have them. A, they're a little exclusive, and B, it's just going to be a good way to get recognized. I love seeing everyone on campus just kind of walking around with their NIAC shirts. So definitely would recommend it. And yeah, just as well, it is going to be the eligibility for the hackathon points or the NIHACS points. So if you do go to these events and you start building up those points, it's going to be good for those raffles. As well, our operations teams, like I mentioned before and Dylan was speaking about, nothing would be possible in this room without the people that are behind the scenes, everyone on the operations teams. And there's two ways to really get involved with that. We have our operations meetings on Monday. That's how I actually personally got into the club, and I would recommend it. It's really personal. And even though this may feel like a big room, those operation meetings literally feel like a friend group. And it's really easy to go in there, vocalize what you think could be done better, and get your feedback implemented into the club. Past that as well, we have the operations internal teams, which as you can see here, we have two pictures of the design team and also the dev team, which these teams are continually growing. And again, you guys are a part of this team, and just being in here makes it possible for us, and we want to continue expanding. And that's where I have the dev team and design team applications. I am going to pass it over to Lewin to talk a little bit more about the dev team applications, and then I'll talk about design.
Hello. Hi everyone, my name is Lewin. I'm a senior and I have to get my post attendance in like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. So we will be adding members to the dev team this fall. So like if you're interested, I would recommend scanning the QR code. You just submit the application. There are no interviews. You don't need like any previous experience. You just need to be able to want to learn and have an interest in programming. So if you're interested in that, I recommend scanning the QR code, following the steps, and submitting an application. There'll be more details on like timelines and deadlines on when those applications are due as the semester goes along. And for design, yeah, same thing. Scan the QR code if you're interested in joining design. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Lewin. But yeah, to talk a little bit more about design team, it's something that's very open to anyone. And like Lewin was saying, no previous experience is required. I encourage all of you to join. Even if you don't have experience in dev or design, the steps for the dev server or the dev applications are going to be in our announcements, which that QR is going to link you to. It's going to be a little bit more steps on how to get a fork into our open source repo. And past that, for the design team, it's going to be a Google form where you can fill out any information regarding any design that you've done in the past. And if you haven't done a design, we can even do interviews or anything. And these are just two teams internally that we have. We have a bunch of different teams. We have our hackathon organizers, which pretty much establish absolutely everything that's needed for our hackathon coming up in October. Then we have our outreach team. As you guys can see, they've been running around taking pictures of you guys and also being able to host events like these. They are the main contributors to that. And our workshop teams, I know that Daniel just got 10 new members on the workshop team, but that's what I mean. There's opportunity absolutely everywhere in this club. And again, if you guys aren't in a team, I want you to know that, oh, I'm not in a team, I missed a deadline, it's over. No. You guys can go to these operation meetings and vocalize what you want, because that's how I got in. I started in operations meetings. From there, I got into a pipeline for the hackathon organizer, and then I became treasurer a month later. You guys can do the exact same thing. So just because a position isn't open right now doesn't mean that you can't get involved. But with that as well, we're going to talk a little bit more, passing it over to Dylan to talk about NIHACS 8.
I told you I was going to blow your mind, so hopefully I can follow up on that. Show of hands, who's been to a hackathon? Or no, who's heard of a hackathon? Okay, good. Awesome. I like to see that. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up if you've actually been to a hackathon. Let me see if any. Okay, good amount of hands went down. So you've heard of a hackathon, you haven't been to one. Well, we're going to give you the opportunity to go in here at UCF in October. You can go ahead and put your hands down. I'm done with y'all. So, but yeah, no, I'm here to tell you about hackathons in general, as well as our hackathon in specific. This is going to be our 8th hackathon this year, NIHACS 8. It's going to be October 24th to the 26th. Before I talk too much about this hackathon, I actually have a short video that we filmed from last hackathon that I could describe this event as much as I want, but I think this 3.5 minutes will put it far better than I ever could. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play now. Hopefully there's audio. Yo, there's no audio. Turn up the laptop. Turn the laptop. The laptop audio. Function up. There you go. There you go. Let's see if it's too loud.
It really is hard.
Oh! put it 50. Put it 50. Technical difficulties. Sorry about that. And now we lost Wi-Fi. This is great. Okay, there you go. Perfect. I'm gonna let this play.
It really is hard to put into words what the hackathon is without going, but it is the culmination of all of the missions of our organization at once. You get to have a lot of fun creating projects, going to socials, attending workshops, career expo events, and the hackathon is essentially 36 hours of all of that. We do events for people to meet others in the community, and it's a really great time. And on top of that, lots of professional development opportunities. People come out entirely new developers with a lot of new skills. Really, it's just an experience. It isn't an event. It is an experience.
I love seeing the joy in people's faces when they come to an event like this and they get the chance to connect with others and have as much fun as they possibly can. They get to make a project, gain experience.
It's really great for students to really talk to other people that share the same skill set they do, and even if they don't, it's a great thing for them to kind of learn about other technologies.
My entry point into software development in general, I honestly thank it for a lot of where I am today. Yeah, for someone who is considering it and hasn't done it before, you definitely should. I'm in my senior year, and I wish I started this when I was a freshman. The experience has been unbelievable and unforgettable. Just going crazy with creating a project has been a lot of fun, and collaborating with my friends and seeing the brilliant minds outside of my team and their ideas and their projects.
So our sponsors are the ones that make all of this possible. Put food on the table, quite literally. We do all of this entirely free, just so that we can get as many people show up as possible, because it really is a life-changing experience and helps a lot of people.
So Hackathon's an awesome new platform for those that have a hard time finding positions to still showcase their prowess at coding. And not only coding, hackathons make sense to show how the real world functions, because the real world will not just be coders that exist within a company.
A lot of people think that you need to be a crazy seasoned programmer to attend a hackathon, but we've had business majors come, we've had design come, we've had mechanical engineering, computer engineering, all different disciplines. We had a health science major win 2 years back with a bioinformatics thing, and they learned Python over the weekend. It is not just for computer scientists, it is not just for software developers. It's called the hackathon because that's what the culture decided it would be 15 years ago, but I would say it's an ideathon. It is a collaboration-a-thon. It's a place for everyone. It is not just computer science.
And what I found from the hackathons that I've done, it's when you have talent that comes from all those different aspects, it's what really makes the end project or the end solution that you submit shine.
Anyone that's considering coming to the hackathon, I would say do it. Even if you don't have much experience, it's a great way to get experience, and you'll meet a lot of cool people during the hackathon too who can help you on your journey.
I really hope that we could continue to hold hackathons, continually expand, and make it better every year.
So what do we think? Pretty cool? I think that was pretty cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the actual logistics of the hackathon. I'm going to have some QR codes up here right now if you'd like to scan them. But while I'm talking about our hackathon, but anyways, NightHacks 8 is going to be the best weekend of the year if you end up going. It's a really, really good time. And so to describe what our hackathon is to people who don't know what a hackathon is yet, this year we're going to be taking 1,000 students from all throughout the Southeast United States. We have people, majority from Florida, but some from Georgia, Texas, maybe even some people from California this year, from all over the United States. They come out here to UCF, and we're going to be we own 4 buildings for the weekend. Engineering 1, Engineering 2, BA 1, and BA 2. And we cram all of y'all in there from Friday to Sunday. Friday at around 6 p.m. to Sunday at around 6 p.m. Almost 3 days for you to build nonstop. 36-hour window of programming, whatever you want, building whatever you want. It could be a hardware project, it could be a software project, it could be a website, a mobile app. Literally, your imagination's the limit, whatever you want to build. And then once you're done building, not only are you going to have something tangible, a project that you can put on your resume or something cool that you can brag about to your friends and family, right? After you're done making that project, as if that wasn't enough, you're going to go ahead and sit in front of a panel of judges, 3 to 5 in a room, and you're going to present your project. And if your project is cool enough and the judges really, really like it, you can win one of our many $13,000 worth of prizes that we're giving out this year to all of the hackers that build these really, really cool things. So we're giving out a lot of cool stuff this year. Do I spoil first place? I don't think I'm going to spoil first place yet. The first place is going to drop in a month and a half, but it's something we can all use. Definitely cool. But yeah, so you can win prizes. And if that wasn't enough, attendance is fully free. And while you're there, you're going to be here for 36 hours straight programming. You're going to be burning a lot of brain fuel. We're going to give you 7 square meals for free: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and midnight snack. All the water, all the caffeine, all the energy that you need. We're going to put a shirt on your back when you leave for our merchandise bundle, a tote bag, some stickers, and we're going to have a really good time. And so now the question is, how do we afford this? How are we giving you guys all of this free stuff? Pretty crazy, $13,000 worth of prizes completely free. And so, like the video said, that is all thanks to our sponsors. So our sponsors throw money at us just so that they can be in the same room as you guys. Now think about that. That's extremely powerful. And the reason why is because you are spending a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're spending your weekend, your time, building something. You could be out at Lib, you could out be doing random stuff, right? But you're out here at UCF on a weekend. You're here building. And that's the type of passion, the type of excellence, that's what companies want to see. And so they pay us money to come out here to get in front of y'all so that they can recruit. And so again, we're bridging the gap from the classroom and tech industry, quite literally. We are bringing the tech industry to you. And they will be here for that weekend. They will be here recruiting. And just to put some names on what we've got this year, we've got big names. We've got Google, NVIDIA, Lockheed, AMD. If there's a sector that you want to get into, we've got it. We've got clean energy, we've got fintech, we've got big tech, we've got everything. And so I definitely recommend it. And now, the thing is, if it sucks, which I'm pretty certain it won't, but let's just say it does for the sake of argument, you only wasted a weekend. It was only a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You have 51 other of those in the year. So definitely you should take advantage, you should try, you should show up, and you should learn all of these great things. And again, back to the whole, oh, I'm not good enough thing. Well, let's talk about 2 things. One, we have workshops running all throughout the event to teach you things to go from 0 to something. And now while you might not win with something that you just picked up right away, the important part is you're going to build something real. You're not going to build something that runs in your terminal. Imagine trying to show your mom like a binary search tree insertion thing or a friend or family. It's just a little black terminal blinky thing. It's not impressive, right? When you leave this hackathon, you're going to build something that actually is tangible, that has a GUI, a web app, a mobile app, something like that. And you're going to have that feeling of, oh my goodness, I can do this. And once you get that feeling, once you get from that 0 to 50, it's life-changing and it's going to be unstoppable. And you're going to learn whatever you need to learn and you're going to learn it confidently. And we're going to put that confidence in you. And so that is what the hackathon is. Let's talk a little bit more about NightHacks 8 in particular. We got 2 beautiful flyers up here. The hacker QR code at the top is going to lead to our site for you to actually get involved with the hackathon. Now let's say you want to get involved with NightHacks 8, but maybe you're busy Saturday or maybe you're busy Sunday and you don't want to commit to the whole thing. Our volunteer application's at the bottom. You're still going to eat the same meals. You're going to be in the same rooms with the sponsors. You're going to have the same merchandise. Actually, you're going to have exclusive merchandise, volunteer-specific merchandise. And then you can dedicate some of your time to us, helping us run this amazing event, see how it works behind the scenes without having the full 36-hour commitment. And to mention our commitment, just because you're a hacker doesn't mean we lock you in the room. You are allowed to go home. You can go home, you can take a nap, you can take a shower. We actually have showers from the RWC for this event. So if you commute, you can actually get a shower. If anyone else has been to other hackathons, they don't have showers. We do. That's a very important thing for this event. I think we're going to reach out to Dr. Sasquatch again this year to try to get deodorant sponsorship. But yeah, no, it's a really, really good time. It's a really good event. And yeah, just some clarifications before we get some frequently asked questions. Yes, this is a team event. No, you don't need a team. You can have a solo competition, you can be by yourself, or you can be up to a team of 4. So feel free to invite your friends, go ahead and squad up, duo queue, whatever you want to do, right? Get your friends together. And just one more logistic note on the event. We do have our priority deadline. That priority deadline is in 2 days from now on Friday, August 29th. I want to talk about the priority deadline a little bit. Just because you apply does not mean you have to go. The way that this is going to go is going to be a good old TCP, 3-way handshake, right? You're going to say, I applied. We're going to go, you're accepted. And from the time that you applied to when we accept you, we know plans might change. So then after we do that, you respond back with a confirmation. So just because you apply now does not mean you're bound to go, does not mean you screw up our numbers. So I would highly recommend applying before the priority deadline. It's going to help your chances significantly to getting into this awesome event if I haven't persuaded you enough yet. So go ahead, please make sure to apply in the next, 2 days? Yeah, it's a little urgent, but go ahead. Feel free to apply to that. And then I realize I've been yapping about all of this without being on the slides. Just to talk a little bit more about what to expect. Beyond just the hacking, like I said, there's a lot of technical development workshops that are going to teach you those skills that you need to know to break into this industry. But another one that's really big is, like I said, these companies are here to recruit. So we actually have a career fair happening on the Saturday where they're going to be tabling, they're going to be having their QR codes up, talking about their opportunities. You can go ahead and meet with recruiters, with engineers, or top teams from all of these really, really cool companies. There's also going to be lots of socials to unwind. The most effective way to unwind after you have a really bad debugging session is to just walk away and come back. And so we have a lot of outlets for you to do just that. Lots of great times to meet other people, move around, some of which are at 3 in the morning. If anyone's been in the engineering atrium, last year we had a paper airplane contest. We let you make paper airplanes and throw them off the top level of the atrium. That's something you would never be able to do if not at NIHAC. So we just do random stuff like that that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, like I said, lots of free food, free merchandise, and huge prizes. So that's what to expect. And then to talk a little bit more about hackathons in Florida, well, you're not the only one. We actually do have Shell Hacks coming up in about a month. They are September 26th to the 28th. That's going to be at Florida International University down in Miami. And so if you are interested in hackathons, they come before us. You can maybe do that as a test run. But we do have carpools that we will be forming from UCF down to FIU. So if you don't think you have a ride, don't worry. We will organize that for you all. Because again, our number one goal is getting you all immersed and prepared for this industry. And I think hackathons are the best way to do that. So we will support you in getting there. In the spring semester, there are also some other ones outside of FIU and us. There's Swamp Hacks at UF, also Gator Hacks recently popping up. And then Hack USF and Hack a Bull over at USF. So there's definitely a hackathon culture and a hackathon scene here in Florida. And we're going to help you get there. We're going to help you thrive and succeed. And if you go to any of these, you're going to see every time it's a UCF sweep, right? The NIHACs people come out, they're winning half the prizes, and I want to get y'all ready to do that at their hackathons, right? And last but not least, I kind of been beaten at this, but why go to a hackathon? I'm just going to leave it up there for 5 seconds. I pretty much said it all, right? You want to build those projects, grow your network, gain those skills, make your career advancements, and ultimately, at the end of the day, underpinning it all, we want you to have fun while you do this, because we know that this can be a very intimidating, a very boring sometimes thing, and so we want to make it as fun as possible, as immersive and engaging as possible. I think with that, so we have a second icebreaker. Let's go ahead and hand those out before we head out to Blaze. So here's what we're going to do. It might be a little difficult for the people standing. But we're going to be handing out these little poster boards. I told you to get to know your groups very well because we're going to have a little bit of a competition here. If you're not currently at a table, maybe try clumping up. Or if you don't want to do this, you can leave and open up the chairs. But you're going to go ahead and draw a poster board at each one of these banquet tables. And at the end, we're going to come up and we're going to judge them all. So if that interests you, getting some hype, some cheer, please feel free to stick around. If not, it was very nice meeting you all. It's been a great GBM. You'll see us at Blaze soon. Thank you all.